Hello everyone, this is Eric at RC Monster Garage. So what we're doing today, we did this beautiful paint job for a Triumph, and this is the gas tank. And what it is, it's a paint job that looks like a brushed aluminum and on a black background. And what I'm gonna do is follow me, and I'm gonna show you how I do those graphics, how simple it is, and hopefully you guys can learn. We're gonna make this part right now. We're gonna make this front fender that is kind of brushed aluminum, and it's kind of ghosted in, so it's pretty cool. So don't forget, like, subscribe and share, and let's get in and show you how to do that. And then look at this gas tank, look at the top, it's pretty sweet. What I'm doing today, I'm gonna teach you guys how to airbrush kind of brushed aluminum. So what we're gonna do, I'm working on a Triumph right now, and I'm gonna put the British flag on top of my front fender, and I'm gonna show how to do that and how to make it really cool. So I have it over here in the computer, and this software will actually cut it out of vinyl, so I can have all the area that I need covered. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do view outline, and then what you can see right there, that it's all kind of weird looking, and this is the line that actually the software will cut. Let's send it to the printer, see how it's cut and see how to apply it. And this is something, if you learn how to do, you can make a lot of money. Let's start. Okay, so I have the dimension that I want of my fender, that it's 5 by 11, and I'm just gonna send it to my cutter, and it's starting. Let's go look at it. So this is how it looks. Right now the machine is cutting for me the vinyl, and it will take a couple minutes, and I can just apply it just so I have nice straight lines. And I'm gonna show you how to do that as soon as it's done, how we peel it out and what I do with it. It's something very cool. It's helped with airbrushing just to have nice straight lines. Let's continue watching. Don't forget, while you watch, press like and subscribe. So what we got here is our front short fenders that I'm gonna put the new one. It's already painted it black, so it's kind of gonna be ready to apply graphics and be done with it. Now this is what we just printed. You cannot really see because it's white on white, and you need to remove certain pieces in order to see what there is underneath. So what I want to do at this point is actually keep some of it, because I'm only gonna do one color. So when you do that, you have to figure out what graphics stay, what graphic you have to leave. So I want the lines in the center to stay in black, and the outside line to be actually what you see. So therefore I'm going to do something very, very simple, and then it's make it kind of minimal amount of graphics applied. I'm just going to remove this. You're going to see something really cool in a second. I'm going to remove this. Always keep those after you remove them if you need to put it back for some reason. So always keep it. Let's put it here. Of course it's folded on itself. And look what happens. Suddenly we're gonna have a flag over here. Another one. The corner is always gonna lift. See, we already have kind of a quarter British flag. See, it starts peeling off. And then we're gonna remove the last one. And you can do the same with any other graphics. Now we have the British flag right there, but we want it to be on top of our fenders. So what I want to do is, let me talk real quick what I want to do. I want to have here aluminum color, and then we're gonna brush it off of, it's gonna be actually like this color, kind of zoom in, this color. So we're gonna apply the sticker on top. We just make it dirty with some aluminum color, and then we're gonna rub it with some Brillo pad, and then it will give us kind of the aluminum, brushed aluminum look. So in order to remove this from the application tape, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this completely. I always put border around everything I do, so then you can see the entire picture, so it's gonna be much easier. Now, you need to use application tape. Application tape, what it does, it's a low adhesive tape that actually will lift the sticker for you, so you don't have to remove it one by one and keep it in one piece. Now, usually you want a thicker one. Now what I'm doing, I'm actually trying to do that at one shot with two pieces. The reason is I do two pieces because I have to curve it around and I need to have a nice breaking point. So let's open this real quick. Those tapes, after you use them for a while, they're extremely not reliable. They're always kind of breaking, so you have to be very patient while you're doing this. Let's see. I'm just gonna go grab another roll. This one is almost brand new, but is peeling on himself. I'm gonna get a new one. Okay, I'm back and I got a better roll of tape. So we're gonna grab this. You can cut it very rough, it's not really matter because it's only application tape. Then we apply it here, and now we're going to transfer it there. I'm going to show you the trick. You need to lift your graphic, so make sure everything is kind of set up right, and you're going to start peeling it up gently and make sure everything is coming out. If something stays, just help it, just remove it. Of course, it is a better way to do that. I'm just showing you guys a cheap way to do that a lot of graphic artists would tell you, oh, you should have put the entire paper and everything. Yes, I know, I'm trying to show something that will be cheaper and easier to do. Okay, now we have a British flag stick to my hands over here, and we want to transfer it there. So what we're trying to find is the center of center everywhere, and just place it. So you can look from the top, find the center more or less, and just do this. You just put it on top, and then you can start adjusting it, or you can measure and set it up perfect center. But I don't want it to be a perfect center because we just kind of making it look like if there is a flag on it. It's going to be just brushed aluminum. Let's see, almost there. Okay, let me smooth it out real quick. In a minute, I'm making a magic. Look at this. Okay, so now we start with the center. We're applying the center, and you're gonna notice it's not gonna go all the way. The graphic is not fitting front and back all the way because we're just gonna make it dirty from the center. And I like to do that on a lazy Susan because it's easier to actually just turn it where you need it than a steady table. And now we can actually manipulate those lines to where we want them, and this is going to be coming very handy in a second. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it up to where I want it, and then I'm going to start removing the application tape so I can have everything set up by hand to how I want it to sit in my head, actually, like how I see the design. Okay, so this is more or less. Now what I can do now is start removing some of those lines. Okay, this is gonna go there. So here is the tricky part. When you are placing round, kind of like a straight sticker on top of round, you're always gonna have to struggle with it a little bit, but this is part of the art to learn how to do that. Okay, and then you get into the corners. The tips always want to lift with a sticker, so do it gently. Okay, now this is how we see it. So it's a little bit crooked. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna grab this, hold one tip, stretch it, that's it. Now it's perfect. This is how simple it is. So we have half a British flag covering the black area that we wanted. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side and do exactly the same thing. Now I exposed this, I left some vinyl here, and then I'm gonna go back and apply it, and then I'm gonna go and straight it. So now our British flags is semi-applied. Now I need to actually make sure that everything will sit straight. Now it's not look that nice yet, but wait until we're done with it. Okay, so this is what we got right now. Gonna move this just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So it's cool with vinyl that you can actually manipulate it to where you want it to get the shape that you actually want it. This to curve backwards, then I can grab this. Okay, I want the flag to be a little bit wavy, so I'm kind of manipulate it to a different area. Here it's pretty good, here it's good. And let's see over here, we need to manipulate it a little bit. So now we have the flag where we want it, so we can just make this area here kind of dirty and go from there. So in order to do that, you have to make sure certain area that here is exposed, it needs to get covered. We're going to cover it with another tape, with a blue tape, and let's go and shoot it and show you what will happen. Now I'm gonna show it on two different things. This is the other sticker that I already applied, exactly the same method. I just want you guys to see. Let's go and do it. So what we're gonna do now, we gently gonna take, we have silver airbrush paint, and we're just gonna gently actually make it dirty. We're not actually shooting paint all over, we're just shooting from the center out, making it dirty. And that's it. Now we wait for it to dry and go from there. So while I have some paint in the airbrush, I should do this as well, just so we're gonna have the side cover done at the same time. I'm gently applying silver, and this is water-based silver. I'm using actually a water-based formula. It's literally very fine aluminum powder that kind of in a liquid that stick to the paint. Now here is the thing, you don't want it to be completely painted, because we're gonna go with a Brillo pad and make it scratched. You want some area to have more paint, some area to have less paint, because when we're gonna sand it down, you want it to look like if it's like warped old metal that got kind of scratched. Okay, now we wait for it to dry and the show's starting. Now for this step, make sure your hands are cleaned, washed very good so you don't leave any oil marks. More light. Okay, so we have here our graphics. Now we're gonna go over all the parts. So after you remove the paper, what you're gonna do, you're gonna just land it on something, grab the, it's like kind of a Scotch-Brite or Brillo pad, and what you do, you start sanding it down, but you're not really sanding anything down. All you do is creating kind of brush stroke on it, so it's look like if it's been roughed. Now this is what you're gonna see. We're gonna go over everything, but I just want you to see real quick. And this is how you make it look brushed. And then we're gonna start peeling it up in a second. So this is one. I think it's good enough. We have two of those. And if one is rougher than the other, it's okay. Now we're gonna go back to this one. This is the one that we started with. And here, kind of want to brush it to any direction possible. And you guys are gonna see in a second how cool it's gonna look. This is how it's look like now, kind of brushed and dirty, and kind of not really clear what it is yet. And then what we're gonna do, put this away. And look what's going on here now. We start getting a flag that is kind of brushed metal. Okay, this is end up beautiful. And now this is how our Jack of the Union front fender look right now. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean it a little bit, I'm gonna degrease it, and after that we're just gonna clear it and it will be ready. Now let's go to the two other parts because they also are gonna be very cool. Now those things are more complicated to remove because you have so many parts. And this is, now I still need to clean it. It has some dirt when I sand it down, and this is how it looks. Let's clean it up and show you guys what happened. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Now we need to go and clear coat everything. I just want you guys to see the rough view of this. This end up just beautiful. And then let me show you guys the gas tank. Let's do a good quick move right here. This is our gas tank. We still, it's kind of hard to see with the light, but with the aluminum racing stripe on it. Don't forget to like and share because tomorrow we're gonna clear coat. Just clear coat it, and it's outside to air out of the paint booth. And those are the Triumph distressed aluminum side panel, and I got here my gas tank. Look at it, you can see me so clear in my clear. Now you just need to air out of the paint booth. After you shoot something, you need to air it out for a couple of days actually. More air flowing will make the clear dry better, and you don't really need to buff it to do anything with it. If you have any question or comments, write it below. I'm gonna put this bike together and then it's out for sale, and the guy that's going to get it gonna get literally a brand new bike with custom paint job for a very, very low price.